If you would have been media, American media would have told you no.
Your father came from Cuba, yes?
Yeah.
And he had nothing, absolutely sure.
Big tire.
Big tire, yes.
He got big tire. They put things in the middle and they made it into a raft.
It's almost impossible.
John Jones is the biggest name in the sport in a lot of ways. He's one of the biggest names.
It's never gonna be forgotten, you know, your new flight. Me is the same. I wanna follow him. I wanna know how the champion is eating.
Known Joe 8-9 years, 10 years, something like this. Usman said no, and it was biggest day of the year, November in New York. Usman said no, Kobe said no. Nate said yes. We took fight, we make fight happen.
Also, it's very important to take an interview from you because you know you are really close to Russian. Your behavior is completely almost the same.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of times. I get along with the Russians real well.
Yes, you can recognize your soul because you know, and even after the fight with the possibly Nate Diaz, the one guy provoked you.
Oh yeah. It's no with Darren Till.
The Darren Till, yes.
And then the idiot came and, you know.
Actually, it is normal reaction for the real man.
Yes,
it's not absolutely normal reaction.
And the fake man go, why you do that? I go, well, why you interrupt my interview, man? You know what you're doing.
Sure.
And this guy for a long time doing this, and I'm more.
You know what is especially interesting? Your background, and you began almost from nothing. You know, you fought for 10 years professionally to get before to the UFC.
Yeah.
So it's a long way, and before that you were fighting at the outside. So I mean street fighting, yes.
Yeah.
That's why you're calling Street Jesus. when your hair is.
The hair is down.
Yeah, when the hair is down, you're looking like. Look, there is a healthy burgers.
Let's go.
Perfect. Let's go. Okay. I don't know what the restaurant are working right now, but I know the place where is working the healthy burgers. So possibly you keeping diet right now.
Oh, yeah. Half diet, half not. I just I eat like maybe 1-2 big meals a day, and that's it. I don't eat a lot after that.
Mm-hmm.
Light breakfast, coffee and bread I have,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. And then I haven't eaten since like 7 p.m. yesterday. So now it's,
yesterday?
So I wake up, I have a very small meal like around 10, 11 in the morning. Right before practice I have a very small meal. I don't like to eat before I practice too much.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have my big meal now.
Right now.
For the day, so I'll eat like 2 hamburgers. Whatever I'm gonna eat a lot till I'm full.
Yes.
Go to the gym, work out, and then I don't really eat at night too much. And I don't like to eat before working out either, so like it's a weird thing, you know?
Thank you very much. If you want a water, if you want zero sugar,
my brother, thank you.
Red Bull. Did you feel the difference when you was a simple guy and nobody knows you, or even someone, maybe even many people knows you, but you haven't been a star, and now you're a real star. If to be honest, and even Trump is looking for you, and Dwayne Jones is coming to your fight. You know, many people, and even Kovalev Canelo, they stopped the fight because of you.
Yeah.
So the relations of the people is different.
Very different. I used to be able to go to supermarkets in my city like 2 years ago, and you know, every once in a while somebody, oh, Masvidal, 1-2 pictures maybe. Mm-hmm. Now I go to supermarket and it's just, so I don't go to supermarket no more. I do everything online. That's how I notice, man, I think I'm famous now because I can't go to the supermarkets no more. You know, that's the biggest indicator. Was I have to do all my shopping online, so we do all the shopping online now.
It's very interesting. Possibly, you know, maybe when you had no famous, maybe you asked somebody to help for some helping, yes, and they maybe refuse. It was like me. It was what happened to me. And but after you got little bit more rich, you got a little bit more star, for example.
More status.
Yes, and now if you ask the same guy, hey, help me, they will be right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you when
Always.
yeah. But when you was
same thing with girls. You say a joke and the girls are like, when you don't have money. Now I say joke and girls go, I go, shut the fuck up.
Look, what is your situation regarding family?
I live with my dad, or my dad lives with me, however you wanna say that. I'm very close to my parents. I don't I have a big family, but I don't talk to all of them. I don't talk really to many people, you know. Not many people have access to me, and I keep it this way. I just like to fight, concentrate on fighting, concentrate on myself and my children. I have 2 kids. I got my son is 5 years old, and my daughter is 11 years old. And that's really my family: my mom, dad, my kids. You know.
But you are alone. I mean, you don't have a wife right now.
No, no wife. It makes it easier for fighting. You know, when you're not in a relationship, you have to think about other person. And in this sport, you have to be very selfish. It sucks, but it's very selfish. It's all me, and how I feel. You know, because after I get to the gym, if I don't feel like going to the movie theaters, well, I'm not gonna go to the movie theaters. I'm gonna stay home, rest, eat, sleep, go back to the gym at night. So it's very selfish sport, you know?
Yes, sure.
And in a relationship, to have a great relationship work, you have to be a lot of times willing to do things for the other person. I'm not willing to do anything for myself other than win. That's it.
You know what is good in life? If you met the woman, such woman understand you and she is helping you.
Yeah.
It's like the same what...
That's tough though, to find women that help you.
Actually, it's not. It's not. We can find one Russian girl, believe me.
Oh yeah, you can find in Russia, yeah.
Beautiful and smart.
Yeah,
she will be always
smart.
listening you.
Yeah.
Always listening. Like for example, I have
to my Russian fans, the girls, yes. You get a Russian girlfriend.
I have a wife, yes. For example, if I say something, she never had argument against me, and she can tell me, look, Dmitry, maybe like this to do the best way, maybe this way. How do you think? You know, she's always asking me.
That's good like that. But that's good. And then you know you could get home and maybe she helps you cook and stuff. But it's just a lot of times when it's a fight, you know, even let's say I have a girlfriend. Once I'm closer to the fight, I remove myself from her. I remove myself from a lot of people. Because of my sport, because of who I am now, I have to be very open and engaging and talking to everybody because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to come off as rude because I'm not. But I'm a very to myself person. If somebody doesn't talk to me, I won't say a word. I say to myself, and when I fight, I get even more like that. I really try to be with myself. So just you could have a girl that helps you. You know, there's powerful women out there that could just make you a lot better. But me personally, I just get away from everybody, you know, just to be alone. And me alone is the best me.
Yes, but since the time when you became famous, you possibly will be much more harder to find a real girl. Such girl will be really honest with you.
Yes.
Really honest with you.
Just like friends, just like everybody, it's different, you know.
That is for what you need Russians. Believe me. We're gonna talk later.
I'm gonna do a Russian tour and see what I find.
Russian tour, that's great, but I will return with this question to you, believe me.
Big fan of the Russian culture.
Look, sure, that's what we were talking for. You looking absolutely like Russian. We have a absolutely hard life. There is for almost half of people has no money, have nothing, like difficulty, some difficulties, and even to get to the university, schools, and everything like you know. I read a lot about your background, about your childhood. Your father came from Cuba, yes?
Yeah.
And he had nothing, absolutely, no documents.
He was escaping communist government in Cuba.
Yeah.
And my father is a very strong character person. He's 14 years old, and he came into the sea. He made you know what a tractor is for the farm?
Yeah, sure.
Big tire.
Big tire, yes.
He got big tire. Yes. They put things in the middle, and they made it into a raft.
It's almost impossible. How long they were swimming like this?
5 days out at sea.
5 days?
5 days out at sea. On day number 2, their water got contaminated. They were bringing water, and salt water got in there, so they couldn't drink no more. So my dad was close to death when they got him. When they finally he got to the Bahamas, and from the Bahamas they sent him to the U.S. U.S. extradited him and brought him to the U.S. My dad is and much as myself, the reason why my dad escaped it, we're against socialism, we're against communism.
Yes.
You know, so my dad was not going to stand for that. He wasn't going to have nobody tell him what to eat, what color shirt to wear, any of that. So he escaped the country.
I'm from communism.
Yeah, and you know,
I
it's
was
tough.
living under this.
Yeah, it's tough. Communism, it's tough, you know.
They look, yeah, for sure. And even when they refuse to using for using internet and even everything,
They're gonna tell you what to do. They're gonna tell you where to work, how much money you can make. I don't think this is fair. And just very small percentage of people are controlling who does what and this and that. You know, I don't know exactly in Russia what the system is because
the system was the same actually like in Cuba.
Okay.
It was
but right
close.
now, no, I know. Well, from back then, I know it was because Cuba Fidel got ideology from Russian leaders.
From Russian leaders.
Yeah,
yes.
That's why he had so many ties to Russia because he was very influenced by that.
Yeah, you know what happened to Russia? We were growing by communism, yes, and we've got this knowledge, we've got this insight. Like in communism was some good things, like they were teaching for the kindness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people was really we almost got the people were really kind and very good was behavior. Nobody was stealing, nobody was insulting each other. There was more educated people, it's true, but the boards was closed absolutely. If the boards will be open, maybe nobody wanted to break the communism. What happened to us? We heard about democracy, yes, and of course, you know, you can prepare any movies. Democracy, look, everything is free girls, free men, and you can eat whatever you want. You can teach, you can speak, you can go to the movie, you can cross board. You know, you can travel.
You could be a bum on the street.
Yes,
and nothing happens to you, you know.
Yes, we believed in it, but the people who came to the government, yes, they promised to do that, but they did different.
Yeah, and that's what happens with communism, with socialism. They say this, but when they have the power, they do whatever they want because they're in control. You know, it's just it's one person. You know.
And right now we're between communism and democracy. You know, we stuck in the middle. I buy it a few days ago.
No mask.
Possibly no. Yeah, people without mask. What you would like to? Let's see it as real man.
Is that you too?
Yes, we all together.
Whoa.
I will take the CEO. Please. Wait. How many ounces is there in total?
How many ounces?
Yeah. Of meat, so I know.
The best way, two burgers. Yeah.
Okay, one meat, one vegetarian.
Me is the same. I want to follow him. I want to know how the champion is eating.
Wait, I'm about to check.
What are you drinking?
Water.
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 No soda.
I drink soda, but only when it's like glass bottle. I like it like this, you know. Tastes a little different. I don't like it from the machine. It doesn't taste good to me.
Okay. For sure, the people will be interested.
Maybe one of those. What? Better than ice cream. Milkshake.
Let's do it.
Okay, it's 3.75 ounces.
Okay.
Perfect.
Two for us and two milkshakes possible. Can you change?
And
Fine. We all together. I paid.
So, are we filming the restaurant?
No. We're gonna go get outside.
let me have also
Water.
Oh yeah, I'll take water, please, or a cup of water will do.
And for me, it's the same cup, just for Coke. No. For me, burger, big one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, young lady.
I'm sorry, Coke diet. Simple water.
That's worse. Get regular Coke.
Yes?
The diet one has a fake sugar, man.
Yes?
Fake sugar is bad.
Look, I don't want to have argument against champion. Let's make a real
Coke,
one.
real Coke, man, right there.
Okay. Real Coke.
Oh no, that one's cherry. I don't know if you like that. Maybe
it's
you like
okay. The
yeah.
next time. Next time I improve. Jorge, you know, it's really impressive. It's really proved one more additional time that you're a really simple guy, and I don't want to say that simple like that you means nothing. You are very clear and open, you know, very open for the. I training at American Top Team. I just came to you and say, Jorge, is it possible to give us an interview? Yeah, sure, no problem. It's a really big pleasure for me. I will never forget it.
If you would have been media, American media, I would have told you no, because I always come to the gym and I don't do it. One, because gym is my job, my temple, my place of peace and prayer. So I don't like doing interviews at gym a lot. So to the media, they know never to come to the gym. But you're training, I'm seeing you fighting, I'm seeing you with my friend Andre, with Mo. So I know you're a good guy, you know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but media is different, you know. With fighters or fans, it's different in the media. The media, I don't like it too much, to tell you the truth. They have their own thing that they're doing, you know. They're making money off me, and they're not saying the things that I want to say, or they edit the videos. You know, they'll ask you a question, I answer, and they don't put that in there. They change things around. They put in the title, you know, whatever they want to put. They'll get more click, 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 and I don't like it. It's a game. I don't like media too much. You know, that's the reason why I don't do too much media.
I understand. Enjoy your meal. The Nate Diaz, almost. I don't know. Almost I cannot. I don't know him personally, but he is a bad guy as well.
Who?
Nate Diaz.
Nate?
Yeah, is it true? No.
Bad guy?
Yeah. He,
like in what way?
He's no, or he wants to seem like bad guy. Or is it?
He's cool, man. I've known him for a long time. I've known not personally too much, but I know him. If he's a bad guy in the streets or not, I don't know. But he's a cool competitor, man. He's an alright guy.
No, that's why I wanted to ask you. Are you still in good relations with him after the fight?
I never was in good or bad relations with him. Just another fighter, you know. Just another guy I want to punch in the face.
No, but
I have a lot of respect for him.
Sure.
You know, I like how he fights. I like how he carries himself. I like that he doesn't let the UFC tell him what to do. He runs the show on that part, and I respect that a lot from him. You know. But outside of that, we're just fighters, man. It doesn't really.
You know what is the favorite in you? You and him, very close. You do not play a role. You are real, like you and you. It means you. I do believe that he is in for the camera is the same, like out of the camera. Yes.
So yeah,
it's looking like you too. For example, Kobe Covington.
This is different. This is a clown. When this is on, it's one thing. If I saw him right here and he saw me, he'd run, get in his car, call police. He's done this already before in the past. He called police on Verdum, called police on other fighters. On me, he's called the police at the gym, you know, or right outside the gym, and gets in his car, leaves, and he's on the phone calling police. And then when he gets in front of the camera, girls, he never has girls with him, telling everybody I'll fight this person, that person. There's a line, you know. For movie stars making a movie, yeah, you can go and do that. But for fighters, you can't do that because you're gonna have to fight one day. You're gonna have to fight, and you're gonna get punched for real in the face. It's not a movie.
Look, but you used to be very close to him. And
we used to be friends a long time ago. Yeah, we used to be friends a long time ago. He slept on my couch. I was already a professional. He was coming out of college, no money, nothing, broke his hand. I let him stay in my couch a couple months, and he started getting famous, and he started insulting people. The main problem that happened between me and him is we had the same coach. That's been my coach since a kid. He didn't pay my coach after one of his fights. Didn't pay him. And after that, I say, fuck you, never again. Nothing after that. You can't fix that. The only way to fix that is pay him, and with interest, you know. So when he did that to my coach, I completely cut him off, you know.
Okay. You know, possibly he's gonna meet a very bad end. Because if you do not really evaluate the people, and you don't have a respect, and you don't want to share your income anyway, you have to respect people and their time and their respect, and especially if he is sleeping in your bed, you're accepting him to your house.
Him and John Jones were very good friends in college. They grew up in college. They were together, same college. As soon as he got a chance to talk bad about John Jones, because John Jones is the biggest name in the sport in a lot of ways. He's one of the biggest names. What does he do? He talks bad about John Jones. More people hear, more people see. he gets famous in a bad way, but it happens. He talks about me, he gets more famous in a bad way. Nobody's looking at him and saying, this guy's so intelligent, smart. They're just making fun of him because all he does is just talk bad about everybody to make himself look good. As in me, I want to just make my work talk for myself. I want to fight and then let people say who's better, what. I don't want to say this person sucks, that person sucks, he sucks, I'm the best. No, I want to go and do it and let people decide where I belong, you know?
Yes.
It's not my type of marketing to say you suck, it's not. It's bad propaganda, I think, and especially for kids coming up seeing this stuff. You know, think about young Russian kids seeing an idiot like that and thinking that's what you have to do to get to the UFCs. You have to and say everybody's a piece of shit and call everybody names. It's not true. You don't have to do that. The fans don't like it, but the media, instead of them saying like this is garbage, we don't need this, the media keeps on putting it out there. You know, they put that material, that garbage out there, and it spreads, you know, instead of being like, no, this is not good look for the sport. We don't need this shit. All this guy does is fabricate stuff and say lies. And he's like a politician, you know?
Yeah, sure. He was saying something and looking for the fight against you. Is it can happen? Is it interesting for you?
No, because he got his ass jaw broke and he had to get out of there, running out of the arena, you know? So he's not fighting nobody anytime soon. Not me, not nobody. He's not fighting anybody.
But it's not interesting for you, yes? You're already done with him.
What's interesting to me is whoever has the belt.
Sure.
Do something. Do something. Talking. That's all I hear you talking. You gotta catch do something. Do something. I ain't gonna take advantage of you like that. Do something. You come up talking. Do something. Do something. That's what I thought. See, you talking. You talking tough.
You're the one walking away. You walked away a little. He pushed you back. You got a cast now, bitch. You lucky. That's the only reason why nothing's happening to you.
That's the most interesting fight. Why would I fight number 3 or 4 when I can go fight the champion? You know?
Sure. So the best what can happen in the close future is you can fight for the belt. Yes.
That's what's promised to us. Before the Ben Askren fight, they told me, fight Ben Askren. Nobody wants to fight him. I said, but what's in it for me? He's only got one fight in the UFC. I have so many in the UFC. I want to fight the best guys. I had just beaten Darren Till, that was number 3. I was like number 11 when I fought. So they put me at number 4.
Yes.
Ben Askren's number 5.
Yes.
They tell me, if you beat Ben because they didn't think I could win, we'll give you title shot. We put it on paper. I said, okay.
Well, I got a question. All these reporters ask me why you're so mad. I'm kind of curious.
I'm not mad.
You are mad. Yeah, you can't stand me. Why not?
Stiffen up yesterday, you little bitch.
No, I looked at you. I said I was busy. I go to the bathroom.
Fix this fit for me now?
All right, come on, answer. Answer all them. Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad, bro?
Funny though, man.
Why are you mad, bro?
Deal. I fight Ben, I win. Next fight has to be title, but they offer Usman to fight me in New York because Kobe didn't want to fight. I wasn't supposed to fight in New York against Nate Diaz. It was supposed to be Usman and Kobe. They both say no. They asked me, will you fight Usman in New York? I say yes. They call Usman, do you want to fight Jorge? No. Nate Diaz, they call him, do you want to fight Jorge? Yes. When? New York, November 2019. Can you do it? Okay, I'll do it. That's how fight happens.
He's man.
Huh?
He's man.
He's man. That's why I respect Nate. Usman said no, and it was biggest day of the year, November in New York. Usman said no. Kobe said no. Nate said yes. We took fight. We make fight happen.
It was, it was 2 outstanding fights. It was, it was 2 outstanding fights against Ben Askren and Nate Diaz because nobody, it's never gonna be forgotten. Your knee fight.
Yeah.
No, especially it is a record. Yeah, it is the fastest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's really impressive. I saw your some fights from the beginning. Yes, your career. You try already. You tried for many times flying knees. Yes.
Yeah, flying knees is a good weapon I have. I've been throwing them for a long time. I love it. There's no pads, elbow or in the knee. There's no gloves, nothing. So it's a lot of impact.
Did you believe that you achieved this goal, that you will be in the main event in the UFC? Did you believe in your high-level career?
Yeah, I believe since a kid. I believe since I was sleeping in the gym, since I was sleeping in the car, since the worst times in my life and the best times in my life, I knew I'd be here, There was just no way that I couldn't see that because I put so much into it. So when I was fighting in the street, I knew that was just then and there. It was just that moment at that time. That wasn't going to be me for the rest of my life. That was just there to get experience, to get better at fighting, and go to the next level. I knew that I wasn't going to be a street fighter forever. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be the best in the world, and the best in the world are in the UFC, defending, fighting for belts, things like that, you know?
It's great. What was the reason that you were sleeping in a car in the gym?
When you're fighting, it's tough, man. Especially when I started 16 years ago, there wasn't no money. You know, a lot of money. So it just goes to show you how much do you want it. You know, because I could have had a job and not trained 8 hours a day when I was a kid. I could have done that, and I did have jobs, but I got fired from all of them. Every single job I had, I got fired from. I'd come in late. I'd come in tired. I wasn't, my mind wasn't for the job. My mind was just get enough money so I can eat, so I can pay house and go to training. And that's all I cared about since little. So every obstacle that I had in the way was just little obstacles, something to jump over and keep running towards my goals. And that's something that I always did, you know. People would go out Friday night and have nice clothes and spend money at the nightclubs and stuff. I didn't give a fuck, you know. I wanted to be at the gym, just getting better and better. It's not that I didn't go out and chase girls as well, but it wasn't my priority. My priority was to compete, was to fight, so it didn't matter where I had to sleep, what I had to eat. You know, if every day was shit food, every day was shit food, but I was gonna go to the gym every day and get better.
But you were pursuing your goal to become a world champion, but you lost 2 fights in a row. Is it was at least one doubt from you, inside of you, that you maybe do not get this goal? Maybe something happened serious. Maybe you will losing the contract or something.
Like you lose,
but
and
it's really difficult, you know. It's pressure.
There was fights that hurt me, that really bothered me because I thought I won and I got robbed. You know, I went to fight somebody in their hometown, somebody from New York, in New York, and those fight was a split decision.
In London.
Exactly. Things happen in UFC. I have the most of everybody split decision losses.
Yes.
I have 4. They could have gone this way, they could have gone that way. And that really bothered me because I say to myself, even if I won, it was gonna be by a little bit. Why? I have to change something. I have to do something different. So when I came back to the sport, I took a year off. When I came back to the sport, I said, I'm gonna make it so big, so distance between me and you or me and the next guy, that nobody can rob me, because I'm gonna kill the guys. You know, I'm gonna knock them out. I didn't want my legacy to go like that. So when I lost the second fight to me with Thompson, I was devastated, man. I took a long time off. I had to get my body right. I had a lot of injuries. So I did a lot of rehab and I got my mind really, really strong. And when I came back, I said, whoever they put in front of me, I'm gonna put them to sleep. It's not, no more judges, you know? And it's easier said than done.
It is amazing example for the people, for example, who has a problem in his fighting career, yes? So this is maybe motivation to return back to start training
but
again.
This is for anybody in life. This is not just fighting. This is for tennis. This is for if you work 9 to 5 at your job. You know, you have to put, let's say this is the path to world championship fighting, and it's just like this, which is gym, eat good, gym, and just it. But people do all this, you know. You're going like this. They want to have, you know, they want to have a nice car, so then they got to do other things to get a nice car. And this world is so crazy. You have a million things on your phone, Instagram and social media. Does that make you a better fighter? Maybe to some, yeah, but if it doesn't make you go right to where you want to go, I don't do it, you know? There's a lot of things I don't do, I don't have. This is my career, and some people are good at it. Some people can cook, talk on the phone, clean. They can do many things at once. I'm not. I can only do one thing. So I try to focus on that one thing, which is fighting.
So, and maybe that's why you don't want to bring to your life some luxury style, for example, like a car for the pretty good money, like Bentley or Rolls Royce. Possibly you already getting good money. Yeah,
no, I have great money. I could afford nicer things in life, but I've had nice cars before when I shouldn't have had them. You know, I had it backwards. I have a nice house and my family's taken care of. That's my main thing. A car to me, as long as it works good, it drives good, that's it, I'm happy, you know. If not, I'll get it for free. A sponsor, somebody will give it to me for free, but I'm not gonna spend my money on cars. I've worked too hard to spend the money on cars.
You know what's different between Russia and in America? Here, nobody cares what car are you driving for? No, nobody cares. Everybody's watching for your business and for your house.
Here?
Here.
No, here they care about car.
Yeah?
Young people, yeah.
No, it's young people. I'm
Yeah.
saying about serious people.
Yeah, a little older than not so much, you know.
But in Russia, for example, you can have nothing, but you will spend all for the beautiful car. You know,
Yeah.
you are driving for example, the richest car in your city, or maybe the close to the richest car in your city, but you have nothing, no business, no house. It's
Yeah, it's like that here in, especially with the young people. With the
Yes,
young people,
it's
they
young
don't have
people way.
house, they have a nice car. You know, the young people do that a lot. I love cars, obviously, you know, but to spend money on it, I got kids, you know, I'm like, I just spend the money on my kids or something like that.
This
you
is
know?
maybe the biggest achievement in your life.
Yeah. And I gotta work hard to keep them happy, you know.
I wish you to be the same person passing the years. Yes, if someone will tell the things, such things I disagree, I will fight him right away, because you're really real simple and humble man, you know, with the huge character, with the strong character, with the life full of examples. Always will be looking for you, and for sure now you have more and more fans, you know, and thank you that you gave this interview for our country. It's very important. The country is right now in a bad situation.
Yes, it is.
But the people really needs good examples, because
I think that's why the Russians they see me and they can relate, you know, because they don't see somebody that comes from money. That I started, like you said earlier, I started from the very beginning. You know, I didn't have a lot of things in my life. Growing up, we didn't even have a house. You know, my mom is immigrant, my dad is immigrant. They had to work for everything they had, and I saw that work, and I noticed if you put in hard work and you're smart, you can get things. You know, so all I've done is work as hard as I can and try to be smart about it. You know, so I think. Not just Russians, but fans anywhere, because most of the world it's working people.
Sure.
Most people ain't
Absolutely.
rich. So most of the world is working people. That's why I'm accepted in a lot of cultures, because they see a guy. You can see my whole life is on YouTube, from a kid fighting to an adult fighting. It's all on YouTube, and that's what people like, that I've lost, and I keep fighting. I don't care. It's just like life, you know. You open up business, it shuts down because of Corona. You're gonna kill yourself. The world is over. No, you do it again.
You do it again,
and you do it better this time. And now you prepare for Corona, and you prepare for every bad thing that can happen, and you go and get it. You know. So if I give a message to the Russians, is don't stop. Believe in yourself.
Thank you.
Believe in your God. Believe in yourself, and push forward, man.
Your religion.
Yeah, I believe in God strongly, man.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Last question about Jorge Romero. Is some say that you're very close to him?
Yeah, man, we're good friends.
Because both of you are Cuban.
Yeah, we've known each other. I known Joe 8-9 years, 10 years, something like this.
10 years. He's possibly fighting for 10 years, yeah.
He's fighting for a long time. He's wrestling for a long time, you know.
I am a freestyle wrestler. I was looking for him when he was in the national team, Cuban national team, when he is wrestling against Saitiev and Sajid Sajidov and many others. Yes.
He wrestled against Adam
Saitiev, yeah, in the final.
Yeah, he wrestled against Adam Saitiev. He wrestled a lot of Russian guys. Yeah, Joel's good, man, and he's 42, 43 years old, and he's still the most athletic guy when he's in the room. He's a gift from God, man. He has so many gifts. That guy's so good, man.
Sure, but if you look to him, if just look to him, it's almost impossible to have this kind of body without doping. But he never was called.
Never, man. He doesn't lift weights.
He doesn't lift weights?
He does push-ups, squats, pull-ups, running, but he doesn't lift weights. He says he doesn't like how he feels, you know. And I've known Joel for a long time. When they were saying that he did steroids, I said no, he didn't. And then it came back clean. It was the supplement, you know. I've known Joel. We've lived together in the same training camp, same house, and I've never seen him do anything bad, you know. So I just know the type of person that he is, the type of competitor that he is.
Why he's not coming to American top team?
He used to come more, but he's a little bit older now, so he has to be very picky on who he trains with. He trains with a lot of the same guys. He can't get hurt. He's 43 years old, you know. So he's very careful who he trains with. But he's always American top team. His gym is American top team. He opened up a gym in Miami, and it's American top team.
Where is it?
Not far. I could set you up with him if you wanted to do an interview with Joel.
One day.
Yeah, I could do that.
You
drive to Miami, he'll do it.
Sure.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you very much. After you win, we're gonna come to him.
I
Okay.
want to do it with the belt. Oh no, if you want Joel now, I get you Joel now. Well, you tell me when you want to interview Joel.
Anytime. Just
Yeah?
call me up or
You'll
send
have
me.
to. He won't come up here though. You have to go down there, and he'll do it for a fact. He loves Russia. Joel loves Russia. He's been to Russia so many times. He loves the Russian crowd. When he finds out you're from Russia and it's gonna be for Russia, he'll love it, man.
Believe me, he is one of the most favorite fighter in Russia. For
Yeah, I
sure.
know, man.
You were wrestle for school for.
I wrestled for school, but in America,
Uh-huh.
you have to have grades, right? Like your teachers has to give you good grades, and then you can wrestle for the school.
Yes.
I didn't have good grades, so I couldn't compete. I didn't have what they call a GPA, which is like your grades
Yes.
added up, and they have to be a certain level for you to compete. And I
Yes.
didn't have that. But I mean, I practiced with the team, and then immediately after I got out of school and I started competing. You know.
But how can it be? For example, if you not really have a good scores, but you wanna wrestle, you wanna be.
Can't be in school.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, you have to get out. You have to do freestyle. You can't do collegiate. It's tough when you're not in school. It's very tough to wrestle.
But I read that you didn't finish school.
No, yeah, I didn't finish school. When I was 16, I dropped out. I mean, we weren't making no money. My mom needed money. I needed money to help her, and I just said, "What am I doing in school? I'm not gonna grow up and be in school. Though school's very important. When I'm done fighting, I'm gonna go back to school, and there's a couple of things that I want to finish up." But when I was young and my mother needed money, I needed money. I said the only way I could get money is with this. Why am I in the school? I need to be in the gym all day long, and I could generate money. And that's what I started doing. I started fighting, getting money from me and my mother, and that's all I did. You know, since I dropped out of school, I was just in the gym 6 hours every Monday through Friday. On Saturday, I'd go for like a little bit. Every day, just gym. My only occupation.
It even makes this story more impressive. You know, you didn't finish school. You put everything for the sport.
Everything.
Yes, and you just counted
Everything.
only for the sport, and you decide just go until the end.
And everybody around me would say different things. Some would say, "Yeah, you're good at fighting. You could do it." Some would say, "Stupidest idea ever. Do this, do that. Get a job." Yeah. And I said, "Man, you gotta go what makes you happy."
Yes.
You know, I think that's something that's very important. You know, that maybe a lot, like you were telling me about the communism, a lot of my brothers and sisters in Russia maybe don't have that option. Like, I want to do this or I want to do that. Here, I was lucky that I was able to pick and know what I wanted to do, and then just do it. You know, so it's something that everybody should have. Everybody in this world should have an opinion on what they want to do that makes them happy.
Sure. You know what I always ask? Do you still have some relations, some relatives in Cuba?
Yeah, many.
You still keep in touch with them?
Yeah,
Okay.
many relatives in Cuba.
And you speak Spanish too?
Claro que sí.
What?
Claro que sí.
Claro que sí. What is it?
Of course.
Of course, claro que sí.
I didn't speak English till I was 11 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, 12 years old. I grew up in Miami, and over there, now it's more English. But when I was growing up, it was only Spanish. Everybody spoke Spanish, so I didn't speak English till I was like 12 years old.
You know what happened to me? For example, until 7 years old, I couldn't speak Russian at all. I didn't understand it all completely. Now I can speak only Russian.
What did you speak?
Ukrainian.
Oh, okay. Ukrainians speak Russian, though, right?
You know what is different? Ukrainian can speak Ukrainian and speak Russian. For example, Ukrainian can understand Russian, but Russian language, who speaks only Russian, cannot understand Ukrainian. It's very interesting. Just imagine, Ukrainian speaks their own language, but can understand Russian. What is it? Russian can speak their own Russian language, but cannot understand Ukrainian. It's very interesting. How could it happen?
Crazy. That is nuts.
Yes, until I go to the school, I couldn't speak Russian at all. When I came and even didn't understand even one word. But now I forgot absolutely Ukrainian. I can only speak Russian.
I like the Russian. Very cold language, huh?
Very, very cold language. But you know what? If to compare between United States, between English language and Russian, we have a little bit more words for each situation.
Yeah.
So we can express so thick, so exactly.
Like in Latin, we have way more words in English to a lot of the time. The same thing to describe situations better. In Spanish, we have you could be very articulate in Spanish.
Yeah, because here, for example, one word can have a meanings, different meanings, yes, or a lot of meanings.
Yeah.
For example, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Here we usually using like to have, yes. Have, it's like you can use in a building when you're building the sentence. For each different case, we have a different words. For example, if just to take only have, for have we can use maybe 9, 10 words different. It's and every word is bringing a different little bit idea.
Yeah.
So that's why, if for example someone is saying me, I want to start learning Russian, I trying to say don't even start.
Russia.
Who is your sparring partner right now?
Right now, we brought in a couple good wrestlers from Penn State, which is the best university right now in collegiate sports. So the type of wrestling what we do, there's freestyle wrestling, there's Greco wrestling, then there's collegiate wrestling, which is what's taught in universities. And the top university is Penn State, Pennsylvania. And we brought in a couple guys from there that were national champions. Bo Nickel being one of them, 4-time All-American, 3-time national champion. The guy's just amazing. So we've been working out a lot with him. It's fun, man. We have a lot of good guys here. I got a couple other guys that are friends of mine that have always been here that help me out with the punching and kicking, but mainly just wrestling with the guys from Pennsylvania.
What about Dustin Poirier? I saw
Dustin
you.
Poirier, yeah. Dustin is, like I said, one of my good friends that's been here. He's getting ready for a fight, so I'm giving him rounds. He's helping me out as well. Great. But me and Dustin are always training, so.
Always, great.
Yeah, we trained today. We wrestled today together a little bit.
Nice. He has a very good behavior, you know. When he fought against Khabib didn't say the first time when Khabib didn't say any bad things about him. Any good things. Only
Dustin,
good things.
Dustin's a good guy, man. He just wants to fight. He wants to hurt you. He wants to break guys' faces, but he's one of the most respectful guys. Because it's a sport at the end of the day.
Thank you very much for this really impressive time. Always will be having pleasure, you know, to have a time with you, and even shaking hands in the American top team, or call me anytime or send me a message. I will come at any time, and don't even ask what we're gonna do or that where we're gonna go and when we're gonna return back. If your friend is calling you right now, there is no questions. Just go. If you're a real man, you go. If you, and even my wife will not understand me if I do not going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I should.